let's move on to our next section, which is Big Zipper. So this begins with a row of double crochets or US single crochets. So I'll just join my yarn and work the first row. So remember, for this one, when we're working double crochets or US single crochets, we just do one chain and the first stitch goes in the same place, and then we can move on to working the other stitches. So there's my completed row of stitches. Now let's work the next row. So this one has a chain, a turning chain to start, and again one UK treble, US double worked into the same place. So now we're going to work a V-stitch. So first we skip 2 stitches. So we're working into, so I've skipped 2, I'm working into the 3rd stitch, and to make a V-stitch it's just a combination of a UK treble, US double, 1 chain, and then another UK treble or US double. So it's very similar to the little shells, granny shells we've been making down here, but we've just got a little missed stitch to make a gap there. So we carry on skipping 2 and then working a V-stitch into the next. Let's carry on along the row. Here's our row of completed V-stitches. I just need to finish the end. So I've got 2 to skip and I work into the last one, and I'm just making 2 UK trebles, US doubles to finish on that last row. So that brings our stitch count correct, and we can break this colour yarn. So I've joined my new colour yarn and worked my turning chain. Now this time we're working the same 2 rows, but we're going to do it in reverse. So we'll be working the row of V stitches first, and then we'll work the row of UK double crochets, US single crochets. So this time though, the only difference is when we're skipping 2 stitches, we can then actually work into that chain space. So we can make the V-stitch into the chain space rather, of the last V-stitch. So the same again. Again, you could work into the chain if you wanted to, if that's what you would prefer to do, but I always work them into the chain space, and then that's how this stitch gets its name. Looks like the teeth of a zip going into each other. So there's one tooth, there's the other, and then this one's coming in. So they're interlocking slightly. If I go along a little further, hopefully you'll be able to see that a little more clearly. So there's my rows of V stitches. So there's one tooth of the zip, the V's, working down that way, and then these other stitches are kind of looking like teeth pointing the other way. So that was the idea behind the name. So now we just need to finish off with a row of UK doubles, US singles for the last row. And again, this time when you're working the row, sometimes you'll be working into the stitches, but sometimes you'll be working into the chain spaces.